Welcome to today's physics practical section. In today's video, we'll be working with potentiometer circuits to investigate the relationship between the potential difference of the cell and that of the length of the wire used. This experiment is crucial for understanding how the potentiometer could be used to measure voltage differences accurately. You will learn how to set up the circuit, measure your voltage, construct your table of results, then you plot your graph to analyze the table of results. Let's dive into the experiment. Before starting out the experiment, this is what you need. You need a cell or a battery, a potentiometer with length AB. You need a voltmeter, two standard resistors as R1 and R2, a key to connect or to open and close the circuit, a jockey which will be on contact at different points on the potentiometer. From here, we mount up our experiment as shown in the figure above. So the figure above will show us how to mount up the given apparatus. From the figure above, we have our batteries connected and the positive terminal is connected to one side of the potentiometer. In doing that, you take your connecting wire and join the positive terminal to one side of the potentiometer as shown in the diagram above, and the negative terminal of the battery is connected to one of the standard resistor. So for the negative terminal, we connect it to one of the standard resistor as such. And from the standard resistor, the other side of the standard resistor to the key. So to the key. Then we connect our standard resistors together in parallel. Then from the other side of the key to the other side of the potentiometer. So for the other side of the key to the other side of the potentiometer as shown in the diagram above. The positive terminal to where the voltmeter is. Because the voltmeter has terminals, we indicate where it is flowing through. So for the positive terminal to the positive side of the voltmeter, and from the negative terminal of the voltmeter to the jockey. So from the negative terminal to the jockey as such. Now we are done mounting up our experiment as shown in the diagram above. Then we proceed with the question. But before we proceed again, we need to construct our table of results. Based on this table of results, anyone can evaluate what you have done even if the person is not around. So from the question, we are given x as the length of the potentiometer to be AB. That's AB is equal to our x, which is in centimeters. And we are to set our first x to be 20 centimeters. So in our table of results, we will indicate our x per centimeters. Then from the x, we move to x inverse, also per centimeters inverse. Then we take our voltage readings. So for the voltage readings is V, and it's also in volts, that's the SI unit, and inverse of the voltage that we are taking. So this is our composite table. The values that we use to construct the table of result is found in the question provided. From the question, we have to set the first setup to 20.0 centimeters. The first length of the potentiometer, we have to set it to 20 centimeters. Then we have to take the readings of the voltage from the voltmeter. After then, we go to 30 centimeters. Then 40 centimeters. From 40, we move to 50 centimeters. Then to 60 centimeters. So this is how we construct our table of results. And from here, we have to set the length of the potentiometer AC to 20.0 centimeters. So we place our jockey on the 20.0 centimeters mark, and we have 0.65. So for the 20.0 centimeters mark, we have 0.65 volts. We proceed with the 30.0 For the 30, we set our jaw key on the 30.0 centimeters mark. So on the 30.0 centimeters mark, that's 0.77 volts. 0.77 volts. We proceed with the 40, 50, and then 60. So for the 42, then we have 0.81 volts. 0.81 volts. For the 50, 0.89, 0.88, sorry, 0.88 volts. Then we proceed with the last one, which is the 60. For the 60, we have 0.97. So 0.97 volts. Now we are done taking our values from the voltmeter again. We proceed and take the inverse of the length of the potentiometer, which is the x, and that of the voltmeter. When we are done, we plot our graph of it. We have to evaluate the inverse of this one. And whatever that we will have, we place it here. So over here will be 1/20. And for 1/20, we'll have 0.050. Whenever you are doing your evaluation and it involves division, leave it to at least 3 decimal places. When you are giving your raw value, you have to leave it to at least 1 decimal place. And when you are done taking your voltmeter readings or your ammeter reading, it is advisable to leave it to at least 2 decimal places. When you find the inverse of 30 centimeters, you have 0.033. For the 40, we have 0.025. And for the 50, we have 0.020. And for the 60, we have 0.167. Now we are done with the inverse of the x. We proceed with that of the V inverse. So whatever value that we have here, then we negate